Listen, I've met a lot of great guys out there. I've met a lot of great guys. It's very sad, the rap industry, but we got a new guy named Boats, and he's very, very good. Yeah. It's officially the worst album of all time. Yours truly. Yeah. I just got out another rehab clinic, that's an admission. There's a lot of shit I haven't addressed, an active addiction. So come on, sit back and listen. I'm not a mathematician, but it's chalk and adding up all the plastic cups that I'm pissed in. All the staff and clinicians asking about prescriptions, having a chat about my past habits or bad decisions. I'm a fuck.
All right, we're back. Real quick, the intro today, we changed it. Joey Boat's admission back.
Buddy, that's all I've been listening to.
I actually texted him just now, and I was like, hey, can we use admission at the beginning? He has it written back, so it's too late. We're using it.
Executive decision.
Yeah, we'll kind of wait till he gets on to talk about the whole album, but the album's fucking insane.
Go listen to it.
It's so good.
It does say that it's on Apple Music.
It is on Apple now.
But for me, only one song's popping up.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe something's changed. I'll refresh it. But
Get on Spotify
the
or
album,
YouTube.
The only way I can say it is like, if you listen to him enough and you can appreciate hip hop, this is a dynamite album front to back.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah.
Hits all cylinders.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's very well produced. He's fucking unbelievable. Like, I mean, I'm not just saying that because like I know him.
I literally am not saying that either. It's just it's a very, very good album.
Fucking fantastic. So he's gonna come on soon. So we'll talk about everything with him. Fitzy's not here today. He's at a beautiful dance.
He's been fired up about it.
Yeah, it sounds great. The Poconos never been better. 6-day dance competition for vacation. Awesome. That sounds like hell on earth to me. Like, it just sounds fucking awful.
That's his one-way ticket. Everyone has a one-way ticket to heaven. This is his.
I mean, better be. That'd be open to hell
if
that's the alternative. But we do have the one and only Bobby Froio, usually only on New Year's Day.
Yep.
But I called in a relief pitcher out of the bullpen. So Bobby's with us today.
Should have the Wire music on.
Yeah, fucking right, dude.
Yeah. You know what the problem is with the summer? Is like, I really want to keep being in good shape, but I also want to go to 621 on Friday with Bobby and crush fucking Lucky Ones and eat clam chowder with Glenn, which is what we did on Friday.
The best is when I know it's coming when Bobby texts me on Friday. I know it's like automatic death taxes, and if Bobby Froio texts me, it could just be, hey, I know what the follow-up is.
I mean, so I had to go up to Twisted Fate. Our bear came out, so I had to go up to Twisted Fate. He's like, I got an early case for you. So I got that, and then Bobby's like, "We're going." He's like, "I'm meeting Glenn." I'm like, I'm on the way. I'm like, I'm on fucking Route 1 traffic like you were today. And I mean, there's just nothing better than when you get to 621. It's like 3:30, and like the place is just a
place is buzzing.
Swing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
When you get a bossy too, that's
we had the whole corner.
Yeah,
with the back right corner.
That's the best. Oh, near the jukebox.
Usually, Kev Turner's usually holding court there. But it was. Yeah, we had a great day. We spent. Did you guys stay much longer than after I left?
Probably like another hour.
Yeah.
He wanted to stay. You could tell.
Yeah.
We always want to stay.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not leaving yet.
I mean, I wanted to stay forever. Yeah. And there's nothing not to stay for. Like, that's the type of place you can do 2 shifts of like you could have lunch and dinner.
Oh, absolutely.
And just like, it's so good.
Beers.
Oh, it's the fucking best. Absolute fucking best. We had our beer release yesterday. So you can go to Twisted Fate, get finally something cool. I was the only one from the podcast there. There's a rumor going around, Danny, that you were cited at another bar room during this time.
That's not true.
So listen, there's a lot of anonymous sources. I want to handle this.
I'm being dead serious with you. That is not true.
I know, I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke because there's 3 anonymous sources right now who took the fucking golf balls, which Al apparently says he knows who took the golf balls.
Yep.
He won't tell me. 2, somebody texted Fitzy about me and said, with a snapshot of me doing a video saying, it's amazing how good his dumb face looks with a beard now. Won't tell me who that is. Now another person is saying that I say like too much. I said like 39 times in 1 minute.
56 seconds.
56 seconds. I would like that person to never listen again. Like, you could stop listening to this if you think that. I'm just busting balls. But we did have the beer release. Avid listener. Okay. Well, listen, we like all the listeners. I like a little criticism. I like a little constructive criticism. I could take it. The beer release was great. Like, Al Delano was there, Chabak,
Usual suspects.
The usual suspects. But then Al was there with his with Chrissy and her sister Michelle and her husband Mike. And
Did
their
Al bring the kids?
He did. Now let me tell you
Nice.
this. Here's
Real
the thing
nice,
about
Al.
Al's kids.
Real nice.
Here's the thing about Al's kids.
Do it back.
First of all, very well behaved. Second of all, they look like they should be on a poster for like Double Island. They don't look a hand. They don't look like they've ever had a meatball.
When he introduced me to little, whatever.
Albie.
Yeah, no, I know his name. I just didn't want to say it on this. And now you look like the asshole. When
He says it on his podcast.
That's true. When I was like, in my head, I'm like, biologically or like, or are
adopted
you the
this kid.
father that stepped up?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You
I'm
brought-
not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up.
Yeah, you brought this kid over from fucking Dingle. They literally, the three of them, they're like redhead, like freckles. Like
Yep.
it's great. They get the best of both worlds. They get the Irish looks and they get the food. from
Bonaducci.
Italy. Yeah, Danny Bonaducci. Anthony Riccardi has been on this. Looks like
Yes.
the most Irish person you've ever seen in your life.
Yes. I believe that's Northern Italian that are the redheads.
I think so. Yeah, it wasn't the Moors that didn't get to Sicily, right? Isn't that the?
They didn't get that far.
They didn't get that far up the coast. But yeah, we did. No, it's interesting too. They got food delivered. They got Londies. I'm like, you didn't get a beef? He's like, kid, they don't deliver beefs.
What?
They only deliver like
respect
subs and
that.
stuff. I do too.
I respect that.
I do too. That's a veteran move. But he had a sub that looked great. He had the Greek fries. Looked tremendous. By the way, I'm wearing my Bella's hat today.
Look at that
So I want to
thing.
make that known. Harry like literally accosted me.
And it looks like you wear it all the time, so I know you wear it.
I do wear it. And but it was repossessed by one of my children for a little bit, and I found it in their room. So I got that back out. So anyways, 621 was great, by the way. We were sitting in there. Me and Bobby were just betting like $50-$60 a hole, like on like it would be like Morikawa versus whoever.
It was like 6 in a row.
It was like 6 in a row. Bobby accidentally bet the same hole twice, won $140.
Yeah.
We were on a roll. Like we were like I don't think we lost a bet.
No, I did. It was pretty good. It was
I mean, I should-
Morikawa. What was the other guy? He had a weird name.
Well, Lanto was the guy that closest to
Lanto
pin.
Griffin, yeah.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, it sounds like a bad guy in a movie. Lanto Griffin. But I mean, I could have sat there all day and bet golf. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But yeah, great. The beer was great. Everything was awesome. You know what I gotta say? People just go nuts when you play the Irish tunes.
Yeah.
Like played Rattle and Bog, played Wild Rover. Like people just go fucking apeshit for that stuff. I didn't learn Dominic the Donkey as I explained to the Italians that were there. No offense, Bobby.
I hate that song.
I can see you getting all fired up back in your
I
day.
like Dominic the Donkey.
I do too.
think it's great.
You know,
Yeah, it's great. As far as Christmas songs go, I think that one's pretty fucking
Because
good.
that's what they all are, fucking donkeys.
Yeah, I agree. Christmas songs not great. Christmas songs not great. So, by the way, I think this is supposed to be Fitzys' 100th show.
It is.
So next week will be his 100th show.
Yep.
Everyone was like, "Do you want me to cut like a best of Fitzy?" And I'm like, "No, not really." I'm like, "It's fine." I'm like, "Maybe next time. Maybe not 200th show." It does feel like just yesterday we got Fitzy on the show.
Yeah, it
Definitely
does
and
not.
it's like 2 years, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
just,
insane.
just the mere fact I've walked into this place close to 200 times is fucking crazy.
More than that.
No, I
probably,
know, but,
because-
like, it's fucking- it's
it
just
is
wild.
insane. Yeah, it's crazy. And yet we keep persisting. You were on a podcast today. It's going to come out, right?
I was down in your hood.
Oh boy.
I was down in Brockton. It's not going to come out, I believe, until next Sunday. But I was on Boston Sunday Dinner podcast. The two bouncers at the Hop, who
Okay.
combined weight. They're some big boys, bro.
Really?
Yeah, Big
Are
Joe
they from
T. and-
Brockton?
Yeah, and you'll never guess what one of their last names is.
What?
Doobie.
No.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. And when I tell you they love their last name, I pulled up to this house and it's just Doobieville. Doobie's Drive, fucking Doobie Street, license plate, Mr. Doobie.
Well, in Brockton, they let you just name the streets. They don't even like.
Yeah.
There's no rules. They're just like
The-
you name it.
The best part of the I want you guys to listen to it. They're like on episode 22, I think.
Yeah.
They're new. Two great guys. Like I said, if you walk into the Hop, they're the two fucking guys that are gonna let you in or not. The best part is like this kid started shitting on Malden because the kid Joe's from Malden.
Yeah.
And I go, is a Brockton kid really saying something about Malden? And he was like, yeah, you got me there.
I mean-
They got a nice little setup. They got their own producer, who's the brother Matt.
Nice.
And his daughter was taking pictures of us the whole time. It's cool, man. I'm rooting for them. Boston Sunday podcast.
Is the Brockton Fair coming up?
July. It's always around July 4th,
I mean,
so it's got to be.
handgun night Monday night, knife night on Tuesday night. You know what I
It's
mean?
bad.
Machete night on
It's
Thursday
bad.
night. Yeah, I have not had the. I've driven by it while it's going on,
you
but
don't
I was just like driving by as fast as possible.
Even that with the rides too. I wouldn't even go on the rides. If you see the people that put them together, you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah, carnival workers, as Brendan always says.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do. We get this episode, then we get the 4th of July coming up, so we're gonna squeeze one in somehow. I don't know. We're gonna do that, but it just feels like we're already on vacation. Doesn't it feel like that way?
Yeah,
like
it does.
life's people are starting to check out. Yeah. So, anyways, that was a great. You can still get the beer at Twisted Fate. Go to Twisted Fate in Danvers. Finally, something cool. It's really good. It's better than last year, which was great last year, but it's really good. And by the way, my neighbors have a pool, Italians, and
Must be immaculate.
yeah. Oh,
Stone.
dude, I felt so bad. This guy, my neighbor's a great guy. He's off the boat. He's been battling a little bit of the sea, and he was like, I was like, I'll cut you lawn. You know what I mean? Like, I'll help you out. He's like, all right, yeah. And then I see his guy's nephew out there. He's running this kid like fucking. I mean, this guy, Italians, like their property is like their fucking
It's
life.
insane.
Like this poor kid,
Is there
he's
a
got
Mother
a
Mary in the front?
no.
That's
no,
the best.
No,
I love that.
no. But they are very Italian. But this poor kid, this poor nephew, I'm like, this kid's gonna be able to have his own landscaping service after this because he's got this thing.
He's gonna
dialed
own it.
in.
He ain't gonna do it though.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But yeah, it was a like I said, great night at Twisted Fate. We had a lot of fun. Drank a shitload of beers. I was like trying to get out of there, and I was just like one more, and you know how that goes with us. We can't. Luckily, they closed. They basically kicked us out. They're like, all right, you guys gotta leave. You know what I mean? So, but it was a fucking fabulous night. Fantastic. We had a great time.
Yesterday, the reason I couldn't make it was my union's family day up at Canopy.
I was jealous. I love.
Give
fucking
me 65 cloudy chance of rain every
100%.
single time.
Oh, 1000%. There's no lines.
There's no line for nothing. But I did say in the group chat, I go, I think this is Lowell Day. There was so many Cambodian people there.
Really?
So like, the reason
Were they
that
fishing in the,
bro,
in the Canopy Lake?
it was something like I've never seen before. Like I joked around, I was like, I think there's a cornhole tournament up here. They give you like these stickers for like when you want to go eat. That's part of like the what you pay or whatever. And every Cambodian, it was definitely Cambodian, that I seen had a yellow one. So when you walk past it, ours were red, yellow, green, whatever was on that side. There was, for every one plumber there was 5 Cambodians. They ran Cambodia. I almost said Cambodia Lake. It's Cambodia Lake yesterday. It was awesome. I'm like, they're just everywhere, you know? And then Brendan, my son, was like,
Shark fin soup.
Dad, are they the ones that play all the cornhole? I go,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
stealing this joke from you.
They run
Yeah.
it. They fucking run the world. Bonnie, by the way, you watched UFC last night, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tommy hit every bet except for Oliveira.
Really?
And Oliveira almost had him. At the beginning, he had him almost submitted. And then, like, he just got knocked the fuck
Well,
out.
you knew once Drake bet him, it was over.
Yeah, we were
I was
talking
like,
about
fuck.
that. Yeah.
That is crazy how that happens with him. He's just such a jinx.
I mean, the problem is you would have had to bet so much money on.
That's why everyone stayed away.
That's
You
why
gotta
everybody
bet
stayed away.
Oliveira, just try to win some money.
I follow little to no UFC. If I go out, it's just to like have beers with
Yeah.
you. How do you follow UFC? Do you watch like
I watch every single one of them.
no, but like the free fights is like how do you keep up with it?
The free fights.
Like is there fights during the week?
No, they don't do it like that. They have
Undercards?
no, they do like whatchamacallit, Dana White series. Those are like for the up and comers.
All right, so say I wanted to start watching it. Yeah,
You just watch
yesterday.
it early. It starts at 6 or 7.
Right.
You see a lot of the
And then
younger
you'll
people.
just remember them, and
Yeah,
then when, like,
and then
okay,
keep going.
I wasn't sure if like they
It's
had
like anything else. Like I'm starting to know who the guys are. I
Well-
never watched it till last year. Till he's like, "Can we rent it?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
And it was like the best fight. I think it was it Josh? Was it who's the fight that like they just went nuts at the
Last
end?
night was
the
Van
bad
and,
motherfucker fight, right?
No, last night was Van and Royval. They
Yeah.
just threw.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
No, but he was saying last year.
No,
last
last
year?
year it was like last year in like
Oh,
April.
Holloway and Gaethje.
It was
Yeah,
unreal.
knocked him out in the last 10
Last
seconds.
second.
It was,
Yeah.
dude. That fight
That was the
got
BMF
me
title,
into it.
right?
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm in.
we
on this.
watched that together.
Yes,
I remember
yeah.
that. I was like, oh my god.
That's the best when they just stand and throw.
Yeah,
Like,
and
a lot
Van
of
was the
guys
same.
won't
That
do
Van
it.
fight was unbelievable last night.
That's all they did.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of guys don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
That was like the one before. Was it Pantoja?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
The Australian guy. He wanted to box, and Pantoja was like, no, I'm just going to take you down and submit you.
Yeah.
And Gishi or Geshi, what is it, Justin?
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a fucking nerd when he's not in the ring.
Oh, he doesn't look like a fighter for sure.
It's hilarious.
Dude, he's an athlete though. He was
Oh, yeah.
on that Bob Does Sports, like they did the
Tough prick.
They went golf. He's like a nasty golfer, and he did like a backflip like off the top of the golf. Like that's what he does when
Yeah.
he wins.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And like it was like just like how does a human do this?
Effortless, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you see the end when Pimlet went in the ring? And
Yes.
And he's like, Taporio is like, I ain't even gonna do what I did to Oliveira. I'm gonna submit you and I'm gonna rub my balls on your forehead.
Pimble was there last night?
Yeah, Patty
he,
was
he
there.
wants to fight the guy that won last night.
Yeah.
Taporio.
Yeah, it was fucking
Taporio
awesome.
will kill him.
Tommy's like Dana White's not gonna let that fight happen. Is what he claims.
He doesn't want it.
Yeah, he doesn't want it. Yeah.
So did John Jones retire because he didn't want the sauce with that guy, or do you think he really retired because he should have?
A little bit of both, I think.
Yeah. That other dude's a real deal?
The other dude can, yeah, he can bang.
The
I think it would've been a
Aspinall.
problem for John. Yeah, he
Yeah,
would've been
I
a
know it
problem
all
for him.
now. By the way, Nico is highly regarded. His episode was very well received.
Oh, yeah.
People loved it.
Did my prediction go as well?
What was that?
We were going to get more Patreon members?
There's a couple new ones. I gotta
Let's
look.
go.
I gotta
All right.
look. There's a couple new guys in there. Couple new ones. Shank, a guy that we went to the fight with the other night.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in there
yeah,
now. Yeah, and then by the way, Shay just announced a new fight.
August 16th.
Yeah.
In Revere.
Thank
That means everyone's
fucking
going.
God. Get your tickets early. When I tell you this now,
It will be sold out.
it's
Yes.
going to be sold out in minutes. When those tickets go on sale, we will announce it. But by the time we announce it, just chop that number in half by 50.
We'll be drinking on Revere Beach.
I already said it. I said, where are we going to go?
Yeah, we were talking about figuring out how to sponsor them again. We're gonna see what we got for our own sponsors right now, but we'll give them a little something. If not, even if we don't get our name on the shorts, we'll help them out a little bit.
Yeah.
See if we can get seats next. What's his face?
Oh, Jimmy, the old guy.
Yeah.
Guy was a
We'll
fucking
get us a next to
classic.
Jimmy.
That guy's the fucking man. He'll be there. You know
will.
that.
He definitely
He's 100% gonna be there. Yeah, but Shay's fighting. Do you know the kid he's fighting?
No. I just know that it's 4 days before my birthday, so we better
There we
fucking
go.
knock him out.
Yeah. Is it August?
16th.
right?
I'm the 20th. Oh, so 3 days.
That's like I'm just
Is it
home
a
from.
week? Is it a Saturday or Friday?
it's Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, even better.
Oh, by the way, get your tickets for July 31st comedy event.
yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the Wilcoxes and Danny Gillis again. Yeah, I'll be there. Sean O'Brien will be there. Headliner not announced yet. But yeah, Kowloon. This, for me, if I end comedy after the 31st, I'm fine with it because I did the fucking Route 1 comedy scene. I'm fine with it.
I mean, it's just the beginning in my mind.
I agree.
It's just
But
the beginning.
I always said I wanted to do Kowloon. Some
mean,
comedians
that's-
love it.
yeah.
Some comedians hate it. I just want to do it for my own will, and I can't wait.
I think it's gonna be great.
It's going to be a great fucking time.
I was texting the other day with Will Noonan and New England Dad. By the way, he's like, "Who's Joey Boats?" I'm like, "What do you got? You got 2 hours? Like, do you have 2 hours?" He shared the album, which is great, and it's funny because him and Will were doing a gig on Friday night. It was at this place called like Founding Fathers in Danvers. It's like a networking thing, right? Like for like I think like businessmen,
Oh, okay.
like entrepreneurs or whatever. And but it's like the whole website's like patriotism and like we believe in God and country and all this shit. Like I saw a picture, like a huge American flag back there. And I texted New England Dad and I was like, I wanted to get tickets, but I think I have to like drink the blood of a 6-year-old to get to the Founding Fathers. So I don't know if I can fucking pull that off. But they had a gig up there. And we'll get them on again soon. Great Corkers, also Patreon members, by the way.
Love it.
Look at all the talent in the Patreon.
It's
Like Patreon has more talent than us.
We don't fuck around.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Before I forget, I have to say one story because nothing really extravagant happened yesterday at Canopy, except for one thing. So at the end of the day, it's like fucking 6:30. We've been there since 9. They don't open until 10:30. We're in the park. Not 9. We were there like 9:45. But regardless, long day. We went on every ride twice. I'm spent. I want to get the fuck out of here. The kid's like, "Can we go on Boston Tea Party?" I'm like, "Yep, go." They go on Boston. 60 degrees out, by the way. So as they're coming over the bridge, they already went on.
Yeah.
We're watching the next one go down. And we see a piece of clothing fall off. Like they must have just had it next to them, went in the fucking water. Kid hops out of the fucking boat. After,
While it's going?
no, after like it landed,
Yeah.
hops out. It's like this much water.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
big, right? Hops out, climbs the fucking fence like fucking Jumanji. Like I don't know what the and then just hops over. And I saw him. Christy saw him. Like a couple people saw him. No one said nothing except for one fucking lady. This rat fuck right? She called security. He
Why
grabbed
does
his
she
shirt.
give a fuck?
She grabbed his shirt. He didn't like jump over into the water. He was grabbing his personal belongings, scaled the fucking pirate fucking fence or whatever, and just walked out. Ran away, right?
Yeah.
After that. He was like, I probably shouldn't have did that, whatever. So he leaves. This lady goes to the fucking people running Boston Tea Party, tells on him. Security, I don't think can run at Canopy.
Yeah.
So they're all fast walking towards the Boston Tea Party. And I'm like, this right now is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I break it down to the guy that I work with. And he's like, DG, fucking YouTube famous, blah, 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 pulling the cork. And I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude? And he goes, where's the rat? He goes, we're going to make her YouTube famous. And I go, oh, she's right there. So I ratted her out immediately.
Oh, yeah.
She's talking to the cops. You're done to me. He turns his camera to her. He goes, these are the type of people we don't fuck with right here. Snitches. Telling on little kids, bro. Dude, she looked at him like this. She had no teeth.
Oh, my God.
She's like, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, all right, buddy, get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
They're never going to catch you. Just do a slight jog. They can't run. It was fucking hilarious. You know, whatever. You
Let the
lose
kid
your
go.
Yeah, let the kid go. I
Let the
was
kid
fine
go.
with it.
Couple of notes about 621. One, I'd never had the clam chowder. It's fucking awesome.
Very good.
It's great. Two, I ran into an old buddy of mine from high school, Danny Greeley, who's like, he's like, dude, your podcast, you're like famous. Not the Greeley, you know,
Okay.
related to him.
Okay.
We'll keep that quiet. I think he watches.
My eyes just went crazy.
Yeah. He knows Rob Wallen really well.
Oh, yes, he does.
He was talking. He was at an all-day golf tournament. He was on one. He's like, you guys are like famous. I'm like, not really. I'm sitting in the corner at 621 eating clam chowder by myself. So I don't think we're that famous. Also, we noted that like, now listen, some great women go to 621, including my wife, and some beautiful women work there, including Danny's sister.
She's the best.
She's the best. And I have to say this though: if you're like a fucking 5 on the streets for a girl, go to 621 because you're an 8 in there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you're a 9
an
because the
automatic
average age
upgrade.
of the average woman at the bar is 71, maybe. Usually 65.
And then there's like 2 or 3 that are in their 40s or 50s that look like they're in their 70s.
Yeah. It's the only type of place where people are still smoking consistently outside of it. You know what I mean?
That was a nice change of pace yesterday, seeing the designated smoking areas in Canopy.
Oh, yeah.
And people actually ripping butts.
Yeah. It's good to see that in America.
My nieces, who they're above 18, they went with us and they like the vape sticks. So they're like, we'll be right back. And I was like, okay. And I go over there and I just see them fucking doing clouds and all that other bullshit, you know?
Oh, clouds. Also, I went to Pache's the other day to get some
did too.
cold cuts and ran into this guy who lives down the street. He's a great guy, actually. Thought of him because he smokes. It's a throwback. Guy's loaded. And I'm like, oh, how you been? You know, like, shoot the shit a little bit. How's summer going? You know, whatever. He's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm like, you on vacation? He's like, well, we have the place up in New Hampshire. He's like, you know, near the beach, and he's got a spread up there. And he's like, you guys should come up some weekend. I'm like, I'm never going up there, ever. Ever. Like, it's not happening. I hate going to other people's houses mostly anyways, unless I'm really close friends with you. And then, like, I just instinctively, like, got my fucking turkey and cheese, and I'm like, have a great, I'm like, if I don't see you, have a great summer. Like, I'm like, did you really think I was going to be like, yes, we're coming up? You know what I mean? Don't even ask.
Right.
Don't even ask. You know what I mean?
I went to Pachi's on a hunch too because you're dead right with that. Dude, that sandwich is $9, I think. It's like
The
$9.
Italian? Yeah. It's the best B Italian on the market.
And I was in and out of that place in 44 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so quick there.
Yeah.
I mean, they have it sliced and it's like ready to go. You just put your toppings on it.
Dude,
That bread's good.
I tell you what I saw today, though. And Al actually was saying yesterday that his,
$9.
I think it was his mother, said to Chrissy, his wife, that she had Italian from there. She was like, it's great. That's somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about. This fucking creature in front of me today. So every time I go there, I got to get Tommy an Italian. And he gets it just onions, tomatoes, and lettuce. That's all he gets.
What a
I know,
lunatic.
I agree. But not as crazy as this fucking
Put the pickles
dipshit in front of me. Must be from like Texas or something. He's like, first of all, there's a new kid who works behind there. And he's a nice kid. He's a high school age, or maybe college. Guy in front of me ordered 3 Italians loaded with
Don't say mayo.
mayo.
Oh,
I'm like,
I said take your business.
and then the
elsewhere.
kid says then the kid says to me, and I kind of looked at it, and I'm like, Jesus. The kid says to me, do you want mayo on it? And I go, I'm like, I absolutely do not want mayo on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you
No
think? I'm a
brainer.
fucking inbred, like the hells, what do you call them? The hills have eyes
Hills Have
people?
Eyes people,
Like,
yeah.
like literally, like, what are we doing? Like, when you get mayo on I remember actually a guy that me and Bobby both know, guy I used to work for, he's from Brockton. He went up with this guy who owned Castagna Construction, which was like a big construction company. Guy's name was Ralph Castagna. And they took him to like a nice Italian deli and like, the guy Kevin's like, can I get an Italian with mayo? And the guy Ralph Castagna like whips his head around. He's like, not on my fucking time.
Yeah.
Absolutely
There's
fucking
rules,
not.
bro.
Get the hell out of
Dude,
here.
I don't even know in what world mayo would be an appropriate thing to put on that thing. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I like mayo. Like, I like mayo. Like, I don't get it on much, but like, I like it on a beef. Certain sandwiches I like it on. I mean, that is like literally the last thing I would want on an Italian, I think.
It doesn't go together.
It doesn't
It's
go
not.
together. No. Like, imagine getting a salami sandwich with mayo. Like,
No.
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
I told you my Sarah story from Thursday, right?
Oh, yeah.
You
this
put
is
me
a good
on. You
story.
put me on a Sarah's.
So I ordered 4 ribeyes on Thursday on my way home from work, and I did the online order, and I walk in, and there was like they do like the time frame, so it's 1:45 to 2. I pull in at like 1:40. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my ribeyes, and they're like, I don't see a name on here. I go, look, my phone's right here. They're like, yeah, that's for Saturday. I'm like,
No.
no. She's like, let me go see what I can do. So she goes in the back. This is when you know you're getting the fresh shit. The guy comes out. He's got the white suit on and the hat. He goes, I got you. Don't worry about it. So then they bring
That's
him out.
fucking. I love customer
Yeah,
service.
So when you order online, they're cheaper. So it's like for a 16 ounce, I think it's like $25.99, and 12 ounce, it's like $19.99, something like
Yeah.
that. So she comes out with the 4 of them, and it's like 46, 47 for like and then like, and I'm like, I'm ready to pay. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
The guy, I was like, what do we do about like the I already paid for it.
Yeah.
So she's like, let me go ask him. The guy comes out, goes, no, just give it to him for what he already paid for.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I paid like
Yes.
like $91, and that what it cost would have been like 160.
Yeah.
170.
See,
So I
free
was
ad
like-
for Sarah's.
So I was like,
That's
here's,
awesome.
I was
Yeah.
like, here's $20 for you for doing that. I almost got an Italian because I heard the Italians there.
Italian's
too.
really good. I've had it there. It's great.
But I was like, I just gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
I'm
Dude, they-
fucked up.
they,
She's like, you'd be surprised. People do it all the time. They don't look at the date.
That happened to me once with John with doing a barber.
Yep.
I did everything online, and I'm sitting there for a good 10 minutes, and finally, the guy Tony was like, "Dan, you here for John today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, he's fucking running late per usual. Like he's the asshole." He's like, "Yeah, dude, he's not here today."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" And I looked, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm fucking such an idiot." And I had Brendan with me at the time, and he was like, "I can take either one of you, and he'll take the other one next. We're both free." And I'm like, "This is fucking customer service 101."
Yeah,
So like,
when they're good with like that, that's awesome.
yeah, that's great.
You had your Papagino's one the other day. We were talking
Yeah,
about.
I think I
He
said
ordered,
on the
like,
show,
10
like it
pieces.
was like a year ago, like ordered like 10 pies
Oh, yeah.
for like a birthday party and like get there and I'm like, hey, and by the way, Papagino's, which I think is the best
chain restaurant,
chain
pizza.
in the
Yeah.
business.
It's not even close.
They work at the speed of like a tortoise. Like they do not move fast at a Papagino's. And she's like, this is for Saturday. Same thing. And I'm like, all right. She's like, do you want to just come back and get them on Saturday? I'm like,
No.
I'm like, what world would I be like, you know what? I'll actually the party's tonight, but you know what? I'm gonna reschedule it for fucking 2 nights from now.
Dude, I think I laughed that hard the first time I heard that. That's fucking. Do you want them for Saturday still or no? Like, no, dude.
Yeah, I'll have 2 parties. That's perfect. But yeah, we're in the depths of like what's it called graduation parties.
Yeah,
happening all the time.
I think I'm done now.
Here's the problem. I can already feel myself getting fatter again. And I really don't know if I can reel it in with what's coming up. I got golf Thursday at Bellevue with Kev Marr. I got fucking and my dad. I got fucking
There's a good trio. Who's the fourth?
I think probably Tim Marr. And then Friday's the 4th, which I'm not really doing anything for. Saturday we're going to Maine for a week. I mean, I'm gonna be sitting on a cooler for fucking 7 days. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm gonna be doing. Drinking Lucky Ones and just fucking enjoying life, you know? But I can't wait to go away. I'm fucking pumped. I'm fucking excited. I was jealous of you because I was like, they're like, oh, you never realize when the last time you lift your kid up is, which I don't really give a fuck about, but you never realize till it's over that you're like, wow, there's no reason for me. Like you grow up, you're like, okay, I'm going to whatever, you know, Brockton Fair, Canby Lake, or fucking Six Flags as a kid. and then like maybe you're still doing it like late teens just to go out and do something, and then like you go for like 10 years, you don't go there,
Right.
and then your kids are like 5 or 6, and now you're going back to Canby Lake and you're loving it because it's like the nostalgia, and you can get beers now.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like you're like me, and I'm like, I woke up and I'm like, I'm never going back there, like until I have grandkids, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I need to get some of these girls knocked up in this house, you know?
Addie won't go to.
She does, but now she goes with like her friends. They get dropped off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're not looking for
He's
like.
not invited.
Yeah. I've aged out of the whole thing.
Got ya.
You know?
See, but do you go on rides?
I love rides.
All right, so like, I won't allow my son to not invite me. Fuck you, dude. I'm going on all of them. We were the first ones in there yesterday. The best ride right now at Canopy is Untamed. It's the bear ride. Goes upside down, left, right, center, with all that shit. I'm like, we're going there first. Let's bang it out, and just in case this weather gets better and people decide to come.
Then just
So we went right there, and it was great. It was awesome. But we went on every single ride at least twice. At least twice.
I love it. I love Canby Lake. I love fucking theme parks. I mean, like, I even like Disney. I know some people hate Disney World. I like Disney World. I mean, you gotta
As long
accept
as you
the
go
fact that
with
you're gonna
kids.
get raped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're literally just getting money siphoned out of you constantly. But now it's like, dude, my kids are so old. Like, we're going down to take tests to college, and like Addie gets fucked over because her birthday falls on that week. So last year, like, she was just with my parents for her birthday or whatever. With actually Maggie's mom. So this year, Maggie's like, can we just like, we'll leave from there, we'll drive down to Savannah, Georgia for like a couple days, which is going to be great in August. Which I've never been to. I am excited to go. And then Tommy's like, well, who am I staying with? And I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm like, we got
Figure it
cameras.
out.
Everything's got cameras now. I'm like,
Figure it
you
out.
can stay at the house,
Yeah.
like, but you know and he's gonna be in double sessions basically, or like football.
Yeah,
So,
2
like,
days.
he's-
All he needs is Dave's Hot Chicken and
That's
UFC,
all
and
I
he's
get.
good to go.
Dude, he was fucking. Me and Al were laughing last night, right? So it's like the only people who were coming over last night was Nate, my brother-in-law, his uncle, and his cousin, Will. So he calls me. So I said I'd be home by like 7:45. 7:45, I'm like, I still got one more beer ahead of me. Like, I'm not even close to coming home yet. So like 8:10, he
delicious.
calls me. I know. Have you had it yet?
I
Death Row
have,
Grape?
but like I
It's
think the
great.
last
Is that
time
the Death Row one?
I think the last time you gave it to me, I was cocked.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's
those are
fucking
good.
It's really good.
delicious.
So, anyways, he calls me. He's like, where are you? I'm like, it's probably gonna be another 45. He's like, what? He's like, dude, we got people coming over here. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there, whatever. Al is dying. He's like, who's coming over? I'm like, Nate. And he's like, so his uncle. He's like, so he's like, what's the worst case scenario? Is he has to talk to his uncle by himself for fucking 15 minutes. I'm like, well, if you knew Nate, that would be a problem. Nate, by the way, was like catching up with the show, and he's like, you guys are talking about a lot of cock lately on the show. I'm like, you must have just listened to the Ferg episode.
Absolutely.
Is what you had to have listened to. But yeah, so we got anyway, so thanks to everybody who came out one more time last night, because I really do appreciate it. And we're gonna be doing October 4th. I want to get this out here now. October 4th is the date for the
Halloween
Halloween
party.
party. Now, the reason I want to stop pushing this now is because usually, historically, it's been the weekend kind of Halloween. I know people like getting their shit together. You're gonna have to get it together early this year. All right.
Start looking now, baby.
Start looking now.
I was gonna get yesterday.
It's
Last year
open.
when it come, it
We
didn't come
already
in
know
time.
what ours is. I think we said it on Patreon. We're doing
Well,
like a
wait.
big group costume. You could be involved if you want. We'll talk about it in
It's
Patreon.
gonna be fucking sick.
It's gonna be fucking unbelievable. It's gonna be great. But so we're gonna have CJ the DJ. We're gonna have.
We already confirmed, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
We'll figure out what we want to do for food.
Yep.
And I think because last time we were still doing the sponsorship with Lily Peas.
Yep.
So we'll figure something out. It will be good food, as you know, whatever.
That's all we. If we know one thing on this pod,
Food.
we know
Yeah,
fucking
it's
food, bro.
Yeah, it's food. Maybe we'll just get like fucking Malden House of Pizza. You know what I mean? Which I think is fucking
Fun.
fantastic, by the way.
Dude, it's a sleeper.
It's a total
Right-
sleeper.
Yeah, it's a
Great.
sleeper.
You can always get 621.
6-1.
I always get 621 too. Yeah. Anyways, by the way, I could just sit it. I know we just said it. Like, I could fucking sit there. Like, I was already thinking, I'm like, man, are they open 4th of July? Like,
The other thing about it is too, right? I grew up, we all did, in a dive bar scenario at one point in our life.
yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call the 621 a dive bar, but I only have one other dive bar left in Malden. That's it. The rest is all fucking yuppified or breweries or whatever. So when you walk in there, it's a sense of comfort for me.
I agree. I
right?
agree.
Like,
It is.
like
It
if
is.
I could bring my family here and have dinner, let's do it.
Yeah.
If I want to go there and leave side-eyed, whatever. Like, it's great.
You know where we used to go a lot when I was like in my early 20s was the 99 in Charlestown.
Yeah.
We used to.
Which, by
that
the
was
way,
a great 99.
I think they might have sold it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know the last time I was there? You know who I was with for lunch?
Can I? Well, give me one hint.
Teamsters.
Oh yeah.
Big Sean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took me to lunch.
Shaw Bryant
Yeah,
Senior.
yeah.
This is actually. Can
The
you want?
last time I was there.
Do you want to talk about that? That's actually a pretty cool
It
fucking
was a
story.
good story, yeah. So when I worked for WB Mason for 20 years,
Yeah.
and Teamsters tried to get in there, and that's when he was the head of Boston, Sean, and he pushed for it hard. It was tough because they fucked with so many guys at that job, and then when we finally did, we had to go to the labor board. It was like a big trial. I had to testify against my company. It was so
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
It was so bad. They're like, you could never lose your job if you testify. I was like, all right, I'm in. So he took me. He was still lunch. He's like, you got to really rile these guys up to get going. And I'm like, they're all pussies because everyone was getting fired, and they were like doing it illegally.
Yeah.
But they ended up getting in like for a year that they could negotiate, and all the guys that they were smart. The company, they fired like the 10 guys that were like the big
Pushing.
dogs pushing
Yeah.
for it. They got rid of all of them.
How they do it though?
Just nitpicked.
Oh, so like if he was late 5 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like it was shit like that would never happen before, but
Yeah.
because they were the guys,
Yeah.
it would be like, oh, you did that, you're out.
Have you seen Big Sean since then?
No, that was
Sean's
probably the last time I seen him.
Sean's memory is impeccable.
Oh, he'll remember.
So I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like he'll remember what you were wearing.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and another guy. They paid for everything.
That's
They're like,
funny.
We got you. We got you.
That's great.
This show today, we got a new sponsor. It's brought to you by WB Mason.
They'll be out of business
free
in like
ass-
5 years.
Yeah. I told you that story, but like my old boss, his brother worked for Mason. And you know him. He's a Brockton guy. So like whenever like in the business district, like where we were at financial district, these guys would go door to door. They'd be from Staples, Mason. Who were the other competitors?
It was pretty, but those were the two
Those
big
were the
ones.
two.
There was
So,
another
like-
one. I don't remember what it was. Office Max was around.
Yeah.
for a
So it'd be
little
like
bit.
these 23-year-old kids in suits just knocking on doors.
Right out of Stonehill.
So like, I remember like the kid came to the door. He's like, I work for Staples, and he's like, he's like,
Sell me this pen, pretty much.
Ken's like, yo, he's like, no, that's a different story. But he's like, no, he's like, my brother works for Mason. Sorry, like this, and it just ended it. So every time the guy would knock on my door and wake me up, I'd be like, dude, my brother works for Staples, or I'd be like Mason,
Yeah.
like whoever the opposite was.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to spend dude, I'm in here by myself. How much paper can I buy? You know what I mean? Like, I could drive to Staples to get the paper I need, you know? Anyway, so, yeah, it was a great time. So we're going to talk a little bit about, I want to be very clear with how I pronounce this word, FADS. FADS.
With a D.
Somebody was like, did you say best fags? And I'm
Fags.
like, yeah, I'm like Andy Dick.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. No. Because we invited someone on here that could not make it.
It's true.
That's who it was.
Paul Doobie.
Yep.
Yes. Paul Doobie was invited. Actually, he invited himself. He said he was mad that Fontana got his second appearance before he got his first. So I immediately invited him, and he immediately was busy.
Had something to do.
had a big
Listen,
wings.
I just say this right now. I got like a bunch of people I want to have on. Like we're gonna have that backwoods butcher guy on. This guy Timothy James. He's the Boston. What do they call him? The Boston Cowboy. He's like a country singer.
Yeah.
But he used to be an iron worker, and he's a fucking
Doesn't even make
nasty
sense.
guitar player.
Yeah.
And anyways, I've been messaging with him, so we want to have him on. I mean, have we given anybody more free ads to Doobie's Wings?
No, we
Right.
have not.
No question.
It's not even close.
Which, by the way, well deserved. His wings are fucking unbelievable. Now, by the way, Al is just trolling him, and it's unbelievable.
It's great.
Al's trolling him. He's like, these are the best wings I've ever had, Brown Jug.
Is that the one? Someone posted one. It was like 1 through 5.
Oh, yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was like number 1, and then he had like another 4.
Yeah.
Was that him?
No, that's Original Ginger.
Okay.
By the way, we got some great voicemails tonight, too.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
say that. All right, so FADS.
Wait,
FADS.
One more thing.
yeah, go ahead.
One more thing. When I was in Brockton today,
Oh boy.
just so happens where this kid's address was. Again, one more shout out to their podcast, Boston Door Guys.
I think I know his sister. Do you have a sister?
I have no idea.
Wait, did you
Have
say
you
it's
seen
Boston
Malcolm?
Dinner Club?
Oh, sorry. Their Instagram handle is Boston Door Guys.
Okay.
But the podcast is called Boston Sunday Dinner.
Okay, we're going to need
AH.
some marketing help with
Yeah,
them.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
But so like where their neighborhood was, it's like the warehouse for FootJoy.
Really?
For like the fucking,
The old school foot, like,
I don't know.
Yes.
Which, by the way, it's a nice building, and then it looks like the very opening scene of The Fighter in Lowell. It's fucking rundown neighborhood.
Is it near the train?
I don't know, dude. I don't go to Brockton often. I took the exit. I ended up in Avon, and it turned into Brockton.
You made the right.
I say I left. Yeah, and then I took a left on I don't know, some street in that big FootJoy building,
Okay, I know where you are.
and then it just looked like a crack den everywhere else.
Dude, those like trash South Shore towns, like the in South Shore towns, like, you know, Brockton, Whitman, Hanson,
Yep.
you know, shout out. We have some new friends that live in Whitman. But like
yeah, we do.
these towns are the size
We're
of fucking.
invited to a sleepover.
Yeah, yeah.
Out to a
What?
sleepover.
Yeah, we got invited to this kid
Hence,
has this big, huge party every year.
salty sleepover.
Yeah, this kid's so salty. He has this
Oh,
huge party.
sick, dude.
Gets shut down by the cops. I'm like, that's my type of fucking place. You know what I mean?
So who sleeps?
Not us.
Yeah.
I don't sleep over at people's houses. Everybody knows that about me. I love when people, I think I've told that story, like where I told Ryan Ahern, my neighbor's parents, I'm like, I hate staying at other people's houses. And she's like, well, you'd stay at our house. I mean, you're at Ahern. And I'm like, you just didn't listen to anything I said, like at all. Like you didn't pay attention to anything that I just said. I vehemently said, I don't like staying at other people's houses. All right, so we are going to talk about FADS, FADS. It would be funny if we were just doing best other that word. You know what I mean? That would have been unbelievable. What a way to like really burn all the sponsors down. All right. Okay. By the way, I'll go through a little history of FADS. I did a little. I'm trying to say it. I think I'm saying the other word.
It sounds awful close.
Yeah. I was going through like old like shit that like I'm like what was going on like early shit. So in the 20s, right? This was a big fad in the 20s. Pole sitting. Where guys would put a seat on the top of like a fucking like a flagpole and they'd like sit up there and people would just come and like watch them sit up there for like days.
That's terrible.
Sounds awful. I mean, that's why you don't want to be like, I wish I was born in the 20s. Like, you want to sit on top of a pole all day? Like, that would be the hottest shit you would have done. Like, here, like, the guy who started it, like, Alvin Shipwreck Kelly is the guy who started it. I'll just tell you right now, that's one of the best names I've ever heard in my
Shipwreck?
life. Shipwreck. Like, if your name is Shipwreck, I mean, you're tearing through a lot of bars. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I respect the shit out of that. You know what the best part was? I got to the 30s, which is the Great Depression, and the only listed 3 fads that were going on there.
Alcoholism?
One of which was not being poor. Goldfish swallowing, dinnerware, and yo-yos. Like, dude, I mean,
Dunkin' Yo-Yo, bro. I had a million of
dude,
them.
yo-yos are sick. I can do some sick yo-yo tricks.
Same.
Yeah, we'll have a yo-yo off. That's fucking unbelievable. You can sleep it, walk the
I
dog?
could sleep it, walk the dog, do the Eiffel Tower.
I used to be able to do this one where you could like you had to have like parachute pants on. Well, like you take it and then you
speaking of that,
snap
that's
it
a
up.
fad,
Yeah,
parachute
you
pants.
snap it up and you get it to cinch your pants.
Oh,
Like and it catches on your
yep.
pants. You just got to watch out because you can get really hurt that way.
Yep.
By the way, the 40s.
Asians had that on lock, too.
Oh yeah, the 40s. Now we start getting into something cool. Finally, something cool. The bikini, the slinky, and pinup girls. Let's fucking go. People are getting horny in the 40s.
Men.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder when porno started.
We're going to find out in a minute.
I don't think so. I that's as far as I got.
Gotta be 70s.
No, I think they've had it
60s,
forever. Like,
yeah.
like they trace it back to like Rome, like on the drawings of like dudes fucking kids and shit. Like people would just remember we covered this one time. We're like,
Yes.
we're like you could like if you were a dude and you banged boys, it was fine as long as they were slaves, but you were like an outcast if they weren't. It's like oh, he's a slave, sick.
Yeah.
Fuck him. You know what I mean? He's 10, awesome, great. You're a great guy.
They're royalty.
Yeah, feed me some grapes. You know what I mean? All right, so here's my first one, and I'll toss it to you guys. Because my son is now starting to learn how to play guitar, and he's into rock music. So he's going through like. By the way, rock music apparently hasn't gotten any better because all the kids are listening to like AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and everything, right? Dudes dressed up as women playing rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like
Twisted Sister.
it's insane.
Let's
like
go.
you think about that, it's like, you know what I need? I need a little fucking hairspray. I need some makeup. You know what I mean? Like, and they're all like fucking. The girls look like the guys. Like it's the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's a, like, who was the one, like, years later after they were done, they were like, who the fuck thought of this?
Well, dude, now we're like, oh, you can't dress up as a woman and go into a girl's bathroom if you're a
80s,
guy.
it was
It's like
cool.
these dudes would just fucking look like
They were
chicks.
slaying.
Yeah, and they were slaying.
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing. I remember, I forget it was Motley Crue or somebody else who said that, like,
Brett Michaels.
because Guns N' Roses still had the hairband thing, but they were like way hotter. And then like I remember they were like, we saw fucking Nirvana, and we were like, fuck, like we are done. Like this era is done. Like double neck guitars and fucking like just singing girls.
So is that what happened? It went from that to like grunge immediately?
Yeah, so you get Guns N' Roses, which
Yeah.
is like way more hard, like kind of hardcore. Oh, by the way, Tommy's like, oh, I'm listening to Guns N' Roses. I'm like, you ever heard the song One in a Million? Have you ever heard One in a Million?
Yes.
It's the most racist song that's ever been put on the internet in the world. I think it's the last song on Lies. I'm not even going to say the words of this song because I don't want this podcast to get canceled. At one point, Axl Rose says police and N-words. And then he goes, that's right. Get out of my way. Don't want to buy none of your gold chains today. Like, I mean, it is the most insane. And Slash is half black, which is insane.
He probably wrote the lyrics so they can get away with it.
It was bad. It was bad. But anyway, so that was, I don't even know where I was going with that, except that's the most racist song of all time. But
What's your
today,
favorite?
he's like, how is that still on the internet? I'm like, dude, you got to remember, like, and Joey Boats actually makes a great point about it in one of his songs. Like, you'd hear that, and you'd tell somebody about it, it's like, okay, like, cool, and then it would just, like, go away, and, like, there's no internet, there's nobody doing a TikTok about it.
Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Hello.
little F.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The word that you guys think we're saying today, they say it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that was back when rock was great. You know what I mean? When you could be racist. It like One in a Million sounds like a Proud Boys anthem. Like it's literally insane.
It's a I don't know. I wouldn't play it in front of a mixed crowd. And
No. Well, I mean, look, I don't think you're gonna be. I'm gonna be covering that at any shows I'm playing anytime
Right.
soon. I didn't pull that one out. Twisted Fate. The problem is the chorus is a fucking banger. The song actually sounds like a great rock song.
do you have a favorite Guns N' Roses song?
One in a Million. No, my favorite Guns N' Roses song would probably be. I still think Patience is just like sick.
It's a good song.
Patience is sick. I mean, I love Guns N' Roses. I've always said, if I had one album, I could always take one album to a desert island, to Canby Lake Park, when we close that place and we post-apocalyptic. I would take Appetite for Destruction. I fucking love that album. With a bonus track.
Are you a Guns N' Roses guy in Brockton?
November Rain, a little
Yeah,
bit.
buddy, that's mine.
November Rain,
I
sick.
fucking in the
Especially
video.
the
video
fourth.
made me cry.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
Slash was banging his girl.
Oh, it was fucking great. They were so fucking awesome. That's back. Anyways, all right, Danny, you're up.
So I'm gonna do one that I was a part of back in the middle school era. It's now coming back though. Is dyeing your hair blonde.
Blonde, yeah. it is.
For guys?
Oh yeah.
Frosted tips.
I
Really?
started with the frosted tips, and back to the Asian culture in Malden. The Asians had it down to a science with dyeing their hair with Kool-Aid. They would take their hair, dip it in Kool-Aid, and it would dye your hair. Worked like a charm. For whatever reason, it did not work on white people hair. So my mother, I was like, for this, to be completely honest, right? I was like Baruka and fucking Willy Wonka, and I was like, I want my hair fucking dyed. And I just would not leave her alone about it. She was so against it. And she was like, if you're gonna do it, your Aunt Donna's doing it. My Uncle Billy's wife. She's a hairdresser. So I got, like, where everyone was doing it cool in, like, their own house, I went to my aunt's, like, salon. I had the fucking cap on. She's poking my hair through the
Oh,
fucking
they
net.
pull it through, yeah.
That is the worst pain
It smells so
I've
bad.
ever had in my life. And then, like, I didn't have a haircut. It only looks good if you had it gelled.
Yeah.
I went to school the next day. I looked like a fucking cheetah. That's all. It was just yellow dots
Did
everywhere.
you do the 3 lines? Too?
No, I didn't do the Brian Boss shit. No, I didn't do that.
That was more our era.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I watched Brian and the Boss yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a great episode.
Which one?
No,
Oh,
the-
you just watched I thought you watched one of his
30 for
movies.
30?
No, the 30 for 30.
Yeah.
I've watched
The
it before.
movies are so
Yeah.
good but bad.
But then I eventually did my whole head, and I thought it burns your head, like scalp,
Yeah.
bad. And I was like, get this fucking thing off me. And I did not have blonde hair. I had like
Orange.
burnt orange, dude. And I went to practice in school the next day, and I got made fun of for the next 6 months of my life. Now I say it's coming back because have you seen Little Mason?
they're all getting
They're
the
all
blonde.
getting their fucking hair done.
Really?
Yeah. So like my son's era. They're
Is
all,
he gonna do it?
He fucking. Honestly, if he doesn't, I wouldn't even give a fuck because I can't say shit.
Did you see?
But he has. He's going to MC.
you
They're not
see-
going to allow that, right?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
You
Why
see
would-
Will?
Oh wait, what am I saying? Because the lacrosse team, when I was,
Yeah, they do.
they all do it. Yeah.
You
yeah.
see Will Noonan's comment on your post?
Hair to the dog.
Yeah, hair to the
Hair
of the
to the
dog, or
dog,
whatever.
yes.
Because his hair is like on fucking level 12 as far as hair goes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I never bleached blonde my hair. That's about why I like hanging out with Bobby so much is that he's almost my age.
Your age, yeah.
So it's like we've been
know
through the
the same
same
stuff,
shit.
yeah.
yeah. All right, Bobby, you're
Which
up.
comes to the next one. Pegging your pants.
Oh, I have it on my list, dude.
That's
This
you had
was
to.
this
Pegging
was
your pants?
Oh,
the
you had to peg 'em.
fucking okay. So
That's a little gay.
No, it's not pegging your ass. It's pegging you had to roll up your end of your jeans.
yeah.
Oh, and then tuck them in.
No, you had a nice little. It had to be perfect.
No,
perfectly-
yeah. Like if you were cutting off your circulation,
Yes.
you were looking
You were
good.
doing it right.
You were doing it right. So basically, you would fold your pants over, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you would wrap it up.
Yeah. So I was okay. I know what you guys are talking about.
And at that time, so I've often discussed this. Like, I never wanted for anything in my household. Like, my parents gave us a very good life. You know what I mean? But my father is not a person who spends money on things he thinks are dumb. Like, he just doesn't. Like, I had a best friend whose mother got him every pair of fucking Jordans. At that time, the big pants, when we were in like 7th grade, with these things called Z Cavariccis, right? Dude, these things, they were like,
I feel like I'm talking to my uncles.
they were like,
It was
you
either
basically are.
was Z Cavariccis or Jabot.
Oh,
That
Jabot.
was it.
Yeah,
That
Jabot
it.
was always like,
Yeah.
and then there were these other ones called Bojos, and those were like,
Those
those
were
were like
knockoffs.
the ghetto knockoffs.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they were like, Z Cavariccis like kind of flared out. Think hammer pants, but like dress pants.
Yeah.
And if you had, they were $75 to $95 a pair. Back then, dude, we're talking about like 80 fucking 89, 90 or whatever. That's like $220 or $230 now or something like
Yeah.
that, right? Like if Tommy's like, I need a $230 pair of pants. I will say that's a fad that went out of style. That I wish would come back in style is that we cared what we looked like when we went to school.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to look fucking
Yeah,
good.
we weren't
like,
wearing pajama.
I don't know if they don't want to
pants
get laid anymore, but like
Yeah, no, they
I was
don't.
like,
They
I
don't
gotta look good. They're like, hey, you have any fucking cookie? They look
Pajama
like drug
pants and a
addicts
hoodie. That's
going to
what they
school.
go every day.
You know what I mean? Yeah, pegging your pants was unbelievable.
Jabot jeans, when I was in high school, made a comeback then.
Did they?
Because everyone had Jabot jeans, but it was a specific Jabot jean. They had like these Velcro straps at the knees, and they were all different colors.
I don't remember those.
I'll show you what they looked like. We used to call them the M plus FG pants because it was Maurice something Jabot. And that, dude, they were the most
It was
popular.
Francois.
Oh,
Dude, the store to buy.
pardon me.
Dude, the store to buy him at around here was Chess King. Like Chess King was like
That's where you got
fucking-
your suits
It was
from.
like the best.
Those
dude.
Chess Kings was like, yes.
Yeah, Chess
That's
King
where
was
we're
like,
going.
I'm a fucking G.
And right after, you get an orange Julius.
They looked exactly like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
They were
those
fire,
were
dude.
in our era.
Those are fire.
Oh.
Those are absolute If you had these, you were getting
You were
you were
gassed?
getting some girl pregnant the
I
next
love
day.
it. Z Cavariccis were like that. And you know what the funny thing was? Every once in a while, like a nerd would get some Z Cavariccis, but people be like, look at that fucking nerd with those Z Cavariccis.
Maurice Francois Jabot.
There you go. I always wondered who Z Cavaricci was. Like,
No, I know.
Like he
Is
was
it
like
a real
he was
person?
like a pump and dump scheme. He was like, here we go. I'm just gonna sell these pants for like 2 years, make $1 billion if I can get the fuck out of here. He's probably on a yacht somewhere. All right, let me do some ads. Let's do some ads, and then we'll go through all the ads right now. Danny, you can do Bella's. I'm wearing the hat right now.
You're fucking right. You are 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. I do have a confession to make. I was up in that area. However, they had a little AC issue.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I looked beforehand. I was up in Methuen Monday. Wednesday. Wednesday I was up there. And I was like, you know what? And I looked it up 1.2 miles away or something like that. I was very close.
Yeah.
And they had a little AC issue. They are back in business, better than they ever been. BellasNA.com, as we know, NA does not stand for Narcotics Anonymous. It stands for North Andover. Go over there, give them a shout. Harry, Sandra, glad your fucking AC game is back. Let's go.
By the way, you know who was just there was, and you'll see our sticker on the door. What do you taster was there? I was dying laughing because he was like, should I fucking work out more? He's like, well, do I have to only take like 2? I'm like, dude, you're a food blogger. You gotta accept that you're gonna be fat. Like you can't outwork the diet you're putting in right now. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
There's no way. Yeah, go to Bella's, check them out. Ben Franklin Print Co., benfranklinprintco.com. They do all our shirts. Shirts are unbelievable. Nico actually posted a picture the other day. Him in our PTC jersey. They're fucking unreal. Go see them. They'll do all your designs. If you say you're a Corky, you get 10% off. Misguided Spirits, misguidedspirits.com. You can black out off it. They got the whiskey. They got the vodka. I got it all. Actually, funny enough, you know what you do with the fucking vodka? We talked about this while we were at 621. It's like, you know what these Lucky Ones are great for is a mixer. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Throw a little
Add
vodka.
yeah.
Throw a
That's
little,
why I always get them with a little ice. You can
Yeah.
add a little bit more. if
throw
you
a
want.
little on there. Yeah, they're great. Misguidedspirits.com. You can order online. They have it at, what's it called? They have it at the place downtown Melrose, which my brain is broken right now. You know the place, guys. I've said it a few times. We got Benchcraft, American Benchcraft. Benchcraft.com. Benchcraft, at Benchcraft on Instagram, AmericanBenchcraft.com. All union, all locally made.
Veteran owned.
Veteran owned. Get the belt. The belt's unbelievable. They're absolutely fucking tremendous. They do the best shit in the business. Success Lift, as you're trying to hand me stomachs. No, I'm good. SuccessLift.com. Everybody in there has lost a bunch of weight. You can join that if you're the Patreon.
Except for Fonz.
Except for Fonz. Fonz is down. He's losing pounds. He hasn't been reporting the last few days. Let's say that. Bob C's looks like a fucking snack.
It's just
Mo
insane.
Hand's down like 50 pounds. You put in the work, you'll get it. Forget what did he eat today, sir, in there if he's worried about his pounds,
Fucking right.
you know? Panuzzo will tell you what to do. Brian Panuzzo. And then I'm missing one.
Tedco?
TedcoCM.com.
They're at Fitzys' house just
They're
making
at
a
Fitz's house, just
fucking
making a palace.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful master bedroom, master bath.
You were in there.
I was in there. The Rainhead's dynamite. Fitzy's going to be in there just ass naked, and that's all I can envision for the rest of my
That's
life.
awesome. Yeah, can't wait.
What a sight.
Yeah, the best.
I don't have Tedco's
hairless
website up off bat, but if you listen enough,
Yeah,
we can get you-
TedcoCM.com.
Thank you.
They'll give you a free estimate, all that. Am I missing anything?
Misguided.
Bella's, Misguided, Ben Franklin, Tedco, Success
And,
Lift,
yep.
right? That's
Get 'em
it,
all.
right? Cool. Also, by the way, if you want to sponsor the show, reach out.
Yep.
And
Prices of fire right now.
prices of fire right now. They're great. All right, I got one. Now, this one is definitely in, mine are mostly in the me and Bobby era, so, which is good. This
I
is
feel
good.
like we might take some of that.
Yeah. All right. So when we and Bobby were kids, I remember I was in like fourth grade, third or fourth grade or whatever. These things took over the world for a moment, right? Cabbage Patch Dolls. People were fighting in stores, literally, to get these things. Now this goes to the show. It's like the less you have of something, the more the demand will grow. I remember there were guys I knew, boys, that were getting Cabbage Patch Dolls. Now, I'm not going to say that Brendan Hearn didn't ask for a Cabbage Patch doll and that Tom Hearn didn't tell him to go shit in a hat because you're not supposed to have a doll. I'm not going to say that, okay? I'm going to say that boys did have them, which it brings the question to my mind of, right now we're so worried about like trans and like, you know what I mean? Like the rights, just like so concerned about that stuff. And it's like, dude, in the 80s, dudes were dressed like chicks with electric guitars, and boys were having Cabbage Patch dolls. I was so jealous of this kid Steve who had a Cabbage Patch doll. I'm like, motherfucker.
Fuck Steve.
I'm like, yeah. He also was like, we should get in the hamper and look at my sister get out of the shower. And I was like, that's a great idea, actually, Steve. Tremendous idea.
So wait, when you as a male, which I'm not judging, but
Yeah.
you just walked around with this Cabbage Patch doll if you're Steve?
You had it like in your room, I guess. Like he'd be like, hey, this is my
didn't
Cabbage
have
Patch
any.
doll. Like fucking Steve. I didn't get one either.
I had sisters, so
Yeah.
They had their own-
I don't
they
think
had
we-
their stuff.
I don't think we even had one. We always had the end of the fad.
They
Like
never
that's
took
what
It
we
is
get
funny
with.
though that you still wanted one.
Well, because Steve had one.
Well,
And fuck Steve.
this isn't my pick, but like this is equivalent to like me walking around with Beanie Babies.
no, we
So
wanted
I had
my buddies, my buddy,
My buddy.
my buddy, and me.
My buddy and me was this thing. Go ahead, you can describe
Oh,
it.
You didn't know that? You never seen that?
No,
My
because
buddy?
he's too young.
My
No, but-
buddy and me used to climb up a tree.
You know the fucking song?
Oh yeah, they had a
Oh,
good
dude.
little spiel.
Dude, we had no internet, kid. It
Yeah.
was like, all we had was commercials.
And then
I
they-
get that.
and-
I'm not that far behind.
So
you.
it
Like I
got-
still remember VCRs and
It
shit.
got to the point where people got mad because there was only a my buddy for boys, so they had to make a kid sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
The girls.
Typical females, dude.
Yeah.
They just have to be a part of everything.
Yeah. By the way, Al had a great point last night. Actually, probably should wait till next time. He's on talking about it, but I should talk about it. He's like, you know what women are fucking unbelievable at?
Look at
Like
me.
mentally dismantling their man. Like he's like, they're really not good at anything else. But he's like, but they're experts. Like, imagine you can put me in a mental pretzel if I fuck up, where like 2 days later I'll be like, do I even know myself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she will fucking mentally break me down like the Marines break somebody down. You know what I mean? Like, they are unbelievable at like taking full control of their man.
Yeah.
They're the best at it.
And then you just fucking punching steering wheels the whole ride home. Like, you know what I mean? I get it.
Yeah. All right. That was me, right? Couch Vegetables? All right,
Yep.
Danny, you're up.
All right, so I don't know how many listeners we got now that have hit Roller World on a Friday night for a Roller World dance, but you were fucking nobody if you didn't have. They used to sell these belts, right? Now, never mind the fact that they're cubic zirconia studded, but they were like a billboard, and it would be like a screen. And you could
write whatever you want?
Write whatever you want on
Like,
it.
suck my dick.
Yeah. Most people put their like MySpace handle on there. So like I would have Boss Tycoon on mine.
Boss. Wow.
And it would just scroll by. And like now these girls are all looking at you, John. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were a real loser if you didn't change the battery, because if that fucking thing died,
You were done.
you were a complete you were just
yeah.
fucking dead to the world.
Yeah.
It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever purchased.
What is it,
to
a couple
this day.
AAAs?
Can I tell you where we bought it? Second floor. The guy still works there. Second floor, Square One Mall, little kiosk at the little Rotary there, right
Yeah,
by Dick's.
yeah.
He's still there to this day with all the fake jewelry. You could buy the Billboard belt buckle and type in whatever you want. And here's Boss Tycoon with a 4XL white T-shirt tucked in, Air Force Ones, Jabot jeans, 8 size hat on. Let's go.
I love it.
Wow.
I mean, I kind of want one of those now.
If you can
They
find
were doing
one,
the hats for a while. I remember that.
the hats, there's not too much I can say about the hats.
Okay.
I was a hat guy. Like at one point I had over like 200 hats just stacked in my closet. Picked the hat out. That was like my thing. I had every single hat on earth, every color, you name it. And then when we finally left the projects, I gave everything to 2 Haitian twins, Johnny and John Jean. They were twins. And they made out like bandits. I
was just gonna say they made it like.
They made out like I gave them every pair of sneakers, every hat, and I still see them to this day. They're the fucking best. I love them to death.
All right, Bobby.
All right. I'll go for a 2-for-1.
Okay.
All right. You gotta wear this the Ed Hardy T-shirt with the Von Dutch trucker hat.
You just described everybody in Revere.
Dude, that was a bad fad.
Hold on, we'll add another one too. You gotta have a barbed wire tattoo on your bicep.
Dude, I see these guys at the gym, right?
That's every white guy at Taboo. That wasn't me.
So I go to
I was in the hip hop room.
I go to Saugus Planet Fitness, and it's just littered with like Saugus, Revere, North Shore people. You know what I mean? And it's like I think I said this. They're like relics of time walking through there. It's like they're loaded in barbed wire. Now they're fat. They're still strong. You know what I mean? They did 1 million roids.
We had the nickname for the barbed wire. It was college football. You were either a Tim Dwight or Andy Katzenmoyer, because they were the first 2 that ever had it.
Didn't we draft Andy Katz?
Yeah.
We did,
He
right?
would have been good. He broke his neck or
Yeah.
some shit.
It's so funny now how
Soft
like
people in Ohio.
it's funny now how like tattoos used to be reserved for like a certain type of person. Now it's like
Anyone can.
Dexter who works at Google. It's
Yeah.
got a full sleeve. You know what I mean? It's got like math all over it. You know, fucking loser.
It
you
is.
know?
I remember my sister bringing me up to New Hampshire to get her first tattoo when I was like 9.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 hearts that were not even the size of a fucking coin on her thigh. Don't you fucking tell mom. And I was horrified. I'm like, my sister's getting a tattoo. And then I remember falling asleep. I remember this like yesterday. Waking up, this guy smacking a fucking decal on my calf. And it was the Notre Dame guy, and I was like, and he made the noise with the gun, and I was like, ah! I thought I was like,
Fucking with
hey,
you?
dude, yeah, he was fucking with me, and I don't think I showered for a week. I'm like, look at this sick ink I got.
Oh, by the way, at the end of one of those boat songs, when he plays that
The
fucking
fighting Irish shit,
it's unreal,
so funny,
dude. That's
he actually.
by the way, he
messaged
just
me.
texted, hell yeah,
Hell
we can
yeah,
put it
yeah,
on
he's,
there.
all,
Yeah,
he's all about it.
Yeah.
He actually, I don't know if he sent it to a group or to me, but he was like, I hope you enjoy. It's actually the song that I said that he should do a video to. Who am I?
Yeah.
It's fucking dynamite. And then he's like, the fighting Irish. Oh, it's fucking so good, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking so good. All right, we'll go one more round, and then we'll do Patreon.
Oh, voicemails too.
We'll get
I gotta
voicemails.
I gotta be Fitzy today. I gotta remind you about
Yes,
that.
you got to remind me of that. We got good voicemails too. All right, I got two I can pick from. I'm gonna go with this one because Bobby will know it, and the older people listening will know it. You'll know it too. The Macarena.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Let me tell you right now, this thing swept the nation like wildfire, right? So it's basically line dance for non-white people.
I would
Or
say
white people
I would
too.
say the whites took over.
The whites took over, but I'm saying that like line dancing traditionally is a country thing, right?
Yes.
I didn't even know. Like I was like, the Macarena was like it would come on, the dance floor would flood, and people would do this dance. I don't think I've ever done the Macarena. I mean,
I don't think I
I've certainly
either.
probably got on the floor one time with a shit face and
But
probably pretended.
But this is the point you're making though. They're on there and it's completely in Spanish.
Yes.
And then every fucking Kathy gets up there with a cocktail. I know the Macarena,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what the person in front of you doing. Like to this day, I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
No.
But I still know the dance. It's like riding a bike.
It's yeah. I mean, I don't know the dance. I mean, I do know it's like this.
You know
like
the,
you're like
oh,
that,
you
right?
fucked it up.
What is it?
Front, back, bang, bang, boom, boom, hip, swirl.
Real city.
Yeah.
What's the other one they do there? You can do it. Oh, electric, the slide.
Oh, the electric
That was
slide.
the other one.
That
Yeah.
was the other
That's
one.
the black version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously, I know that one too.
Electric
I
slide
know
was
the,
sick.
and I know the boot scooting boogie.
Yep.
That's a good one. That doesn't happen often. That happens up at camp. There's some good
All right,
line
you know what?
dances.
I'll tell you right now. Get the Macarena and the electric slide ready
Yep.
because we're doing it at the fucking Halloween party this year.
Oh, CJ got that on deck.
Yeah.
He had the. You might have already left. The kids were doing both of them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, go ahead, Danny.
Also, the cha-cha slide. Everyone knows that one too.
Yeah.
All right, Fad. This one's for the ladies listening. Remember back in the day, my day, where you guys were adults and you were just looking at
Me and Bobby were like in the world of like trying to make money.
when girls were, I don't know, they were teenagers. I was a teenager, so I'm saying this as a teenager, and they would put their fucking thong handles like up by their ribs.
I always like that.
But you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And then they would go tanning, and they would have
As a
like
mark.
they would have the Playboy bunny right by their fucking belly button.
I mean, listen.
Like it was a tattoo, but it was like a silhouette.
Yeah.
Trashy white bitches.
I'm not gonna hate on that.
Look at you. You're all bricked up.
I mean, listen. That's like an '80s. That's like something you saw.
Dude, that
the
was
reason
a
I'm
thing.
saying that is because when we were kids, me and Bobby, like you'd be at the beach and like all of a sudden you see a lady with a Playboy tattoo, you'd be like, that lady fucks.
she
like,
definitely fucks.
She fucks.
yeah, but
Or
now,
she had a
but
thong
now,
on,
Yeah.
you were like, she fucked.
but now think of this as like you're 14 years old going to history class, and here's little fucking Maria walking towards you. She's got a crop top on. She's got her thong all the way up to her rib cage, and she's got the silhouette of the Playboy bunny because she went tanning 47 times at Revere Tanning.
listen, I respect
gotta
the hustle.
You got to tuck into the belt
I
buckle at
respect
that
the
point.
hustle.
You
I
know?
respect the hustle.
And girls, it didn't matter what you were, dude. Every single girl did it. Every girl did
Really?
it. Yes, it was nuts. And like, I don't know how the schools allowed it, to be honest with you. Your stomach was showing, your thongs were showing, you're showing fucking that you literally want everyone to look at your stomach right now, and that's leading to elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, I respect a woman with a Playboy tattoo. That's all I can say. There's probably a lot of 65-year-old ladies walking around probably who eat clam chowder at 621 who are rocking a fucking Playboy, busted up Playboy tattoo. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, me and Bobby saw this kid come in. I gotta say this because it's fucking awesome. So me, Glenn, and Bobby are sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Doing people watching. You know, and dude, like literally, if I was to die of a heart attack right there at the bar with my clam chowder, that would have been the happiest way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people like surround me with my family. Now, put me with Glenn and Bobby at 621. It's a good way to go. This kid walks in. It looked like he had like a like almost like a fishing type of like a
Oh my God.
like a
That was weird.
like a
Where you gonna go
like
with
a
this?
high
Now I
vis
remember,
like it was high vis, but it looked like kid had perfectly coiffed. Bobby nailed it. The kid looked like Slider from
He was Rick
from Top
Rossovich
Gun.
from Top Gun.
He looked like Slider, right?
Yeah.
He's got his dude. He's
But-
got now. Listen, I know everybody. I love like the dickhead look of like the fucking the sunglasses around the neck. This kid had great hair, coiffed, right? Probably
Oh, perfect
30.
hair.
I'm guessing 30, right?
Yeah, it must have been 30.
Hair just looks unbelievable. Sunglasses, Oakley's,
Yeah,
right?
the Kevin Costner.
Oakley's going.
Like the things that.
No, he didn't have those.
He didn't have it?
Oakley's were going back. He put them on backwards, so they were
Upside down,
They were
yep.
topped up here.
Yeah.
He came in. Now listen, I'm not trying to. Maybe he's just a happy guy.
I think Danny
I
knows who it is, too.
Feel like this guy is like he is. I mean, it felt like there was a little something more than beer, maybe cooking through him. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I'll off a Patreon. I'll mention what the vest ended up being.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this dude is going 115 miles.
He's having
an
a good
hour.
day.
And I'll tell you right now, I was like, you know what? It kind of looks like a dickhead, but I want to hang out with him. Like, you know what I mean? He's one of those guys who are like, dude, I want to fucking go sing fucking Everly Brothers to somebody at a bar with this kid. You know what I mean? Like, give me fucking. It felt like he should be in like he was in like the background of the new Top Gun. He should have been in. You know what I mean? Like this kid was unbelievable. He seemed like he knew everybody there.
Okay.
We'll litigate this on the
Yeah.
Patreon.
We'll play context clues later.
Yeah,
I don't,
we will.
yeah, I got you.
Blues Clues later. You know
Yep.
what I mean? All right, you just went, right? Bobby,
Yep.
got one more?
Yeah. Why don't we go with like when everyone's on the health kick, then they were doing
Success loves the process.
Atkins diet.
Oh, keto?
Keto, Billy Blanks, Tybo. What was the abdominus? What was the one that? Yeah.
Carnivore
Thigh
diet.
master?
No, yeah, the thigh
Thigh
master.
Oh, she was
Thigh
a
master.
smoke. What was her
yeah.
name? Not Summers, right?
It was Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne
Let's
Summers.
go. Let's
She
go,
was a
Danny Gillis.
gas
But
can.
nothing was better than ESPN when they did the ESPN. Remember ESPN used to have like the workout on
Yeah.
like the mornings, and they had Kiana's Flex Appeal. Google her.
Yeah.
Smoke show.
Dude, the shake weight?
The
You
shake
had that
weight?
one.
That was one of our first episodes.
Yeah, like as seen on TV.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, go back to that episode if you're new to the show.
Who knows what Billy Blanks is doing now?
Dude, well, we know what he's doing.
He was
played,
the guy.
Remember,
Wasn't he?
remember Clocky told everybody at Winthrop High School that he was Mace Windu in fucking Return of the Sith or something like that. He told everybody at his high school or junior high that Billy Blanks played
yes,
Mace
yes,
Windu.
yes.
He's like, yeah, son. I told them all that he played Mace Windu. By the way, we gotta get. I feel like I got robbed
You
because
did
I
get
was
robbed.
away
You did get robbed.
when Clocky was on, so he's gonna come on soon.
Clocky usually comes on for 4th of July, too.
I know, so we'll talk to him this week. We'll get him
Yeah.
back on. That's a good one. The last one I had, which is one that you might not remember, but Bobby will, is they had these shirts and like everybody needed to have one. Genera hypercolor shirts. They would change.
Oh, they would change color.
They would
if got
change
wet.
color based on like if they
Or
got
the
wet
sun.
or like if
The
it was
sun.
hot.
Yeah.
The sun. Like so it would go from like yellow to blue.
Be honest with you. You had me with your bow jeans. I don't know if I could deal with these shirts.
There was one other thing too. There was a toy.
Like the girls, the babes were all about these?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was this toy that one year was like the rage for like I think I was in like 6th grade or 7th grade, 5th grade maybe. And it was called like Splat. And like what it was it was a gun that shot these mini paint pellets, right? That were like in these like capsules. And it was sold with like basically like a Tyvek suit for kids.
Yeah.
So you just go around like shooting your buddy and like it was like paintball for pussies basically. You know what I mean? And like I was like, you gotta have Splat or you're a fucking loser. It was like laser tag too was big back in the day. You ever have laser tag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, laser tag
Oh,
fucking
well,
rules.
at good times.
No, this was laser tag. You had like the
Yeah,
little thing.
medallion.
You put it on your chest with the Velcro thing.
Yeah, yeah, and you can play it in the house.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah. By the way, that thing was like every other. I remember those commercials, like the G.I. Joe commercials were the best in the world. They were like some kid with the best backyard ever, like with a setup where it's like like the fucking flying the copter down and all this shit. And then like you'd get a G.I. Joe and a couple G.I. Joes, you'd be in your backyard and be like, all right, this sucks. Like, it's like, all right, he's not doing anything. He's just a fucking figure. You know what I mean?
Sand pit.
Yeah, yeah. Dad, build me a fucking whole sand pit. You know what I mean?
Have you Renzo, definitely not. But like, is anyone of, I mean, maybe they do this thing now in high school where you tell your location.
They drink beers in the woods.
Yeah, that too. They tell you tell their location. Everyone's like part of a group, and say like, I get you. I have to find where you are, and I can soak you with a water gun.
They were doing that at MC.
They were?
Yeah, the seniors.
That sounds awful.
No, it's actually if I was in high school, I'd love that shit. But I was at a graduation party. No, it was the day my son graduated, and then we went to my buddy's house afterwards, and one of the older kids that was in high school, he fucking comes barreling in the house. Now I'm just trying to avoid the sun and have a beer. Don't interrupt me. And then I'm like, are you about to get fucking jumped? He's like, nah, I'm like, they know where I'm at. And these kids that weren't invited to the party, I'm like, I'll fucking go out there right now and throw them all out. He goes, no. He's like, you don't understand. He broke it down to me. He's like, I have their location, they have mine, but like, you're not gonna be on your phone like this to find out. So they caught him sleeping. I was like, oh, I got you, dude. So I was like, fellas, you looking for Cam? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, he's right here. Brought him right in, lit him right up. I was a fucking asshole. He's like, why would you do that?
They all record it.
Yeah,
They'll send someone that records it
Dude,
while they're doing it.
I thought it was dope because like these kids go out of their way to find this kid just to light him up with harmless fun. I'm all in.
All right, voicemails time.
Let's do it. Fuck.
What's going on here? All right, here we go. All right, let me know if you guys can start to hear as I turn these up. Can you hear?
Can I hear? No, I cannot.
You can't hear.
Nope.
Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Yo, it's your man Adam Jump Town, and I just want a public service announcement. Something today is just after 9:13 in the morning on Saturday, and I just kind of feeling it's Trump's birthday today. We have no king parades, and we have a military parade going through Washington D.C.
Wasn't this last week?
In the conspiracy business,
Did we?
call these black swan.
All right, sorry. We have so much jump that sometimes I don't know what's new and what's old.
I bet you this is
How
gonna
we
say,
doing, boys? Kyle Beckwith Butcher up in Hampshire. Glad you guys are enjoying the slaughterhouse calls. But I got to tell you, I've got so many much wilder stories because now I'm freelance. Now I just show up at people's farms and shoot their animals in the face. So I'm looking forward to come down and being on the show, chatting with you. I'll definitely have to take my wife's car because my truck's a felony as soon as it enters the state of Massachusetts. But to leave you on something, I did have to put a sheep in a chokehold one time where I was trying to get in the pen. The owner of the sheep opened the gate too far. The thing came running out, head butted me in the leg, and I ended up landing on it, putting it in a chokehold. And I had to take a 9mm and just pop that thing on the ground. So that was a fun one. That almost ended it with a broken knee. But hell yeah, boys. Have fun. We'll talk to you.
All right, so we're working on time to get him down. The funny thing is, he's like,
cannot
can you put me in touch with Nico? He's like, because I'm going to be down there. I'd like to do Bad Brain too. And I'm like, okay, two things. I haven't responded to him yet, but he's going to listen to this. One, trying to get on Bad Brain is like trying to get on like
it's pretty hard.
like Air Force One. Like they don't record. They record at the drop of a hat. Like they don't even like have anything planned out. I think they've probably only had like 5 guests in the last like.
Yeah.
And Nico does not coordinate the guests. So you want to talk to Al if you're
Right.
trying to coordinate a guest. But I will put him in touch with Al. And Al won't respond to him. Anyways, here we go.
Gentlemen, it's the mayor.
Let's go.
Great night. I was just over at Twisted Fate watching Brendan play tunes. Killing it. The beer, finally something cool. Incredible. Took a bunch of 4-packs home. Anyway, FADS. I'm sure you guys covered a bunch of them. Z Cavaricci's, bum equipment sweatshirts, anything from Structure in the 80s and 90s from the mall stores, pegged pants, I guess, goes along with that. Duck lip selfies. But one of the things that crushes me are kids with fidget spinners. Get these fidget spinners out of here. Jesus. There's box spinners, Rubik's Cube spinners, and I don't even know what they are, like skateboard things and ring cubes. Get them out, get them out, get them out. I'm sure the next one's going to pop up somewhere, and it's going to bug everybody else. Hope you guys are doing well. Love you.
Bobby, one we didn't mention for our generation was the IOU sweatshirts. Sweaters, IOU. Did you guys have those?
I don't remember those.
They were like IOU sweaters. You wear them with Z Cavaricci's. You look like a fucking dickhead. Like, huge dickhead.
Bomb equipment was great though.
Bum equipment. It was, what was the other one? Bonnet France. That was the other one.
Yeah. I remember I was at a party and like so Melrose Wakefield were like rivals, right? So like back in the day, like I said, no Snapchat, nothing like that. So like the only reason we knew anybody from Wakefield was my cousin was from Wakefield. He was the same year. So we became friends with these guys. We played against them in sports. We became friends like after high school. We would go to their parties. And I remember like one of them was like they were fighting with each other and they were arguing and the kid had a Bonnet shirt on. And I remember he goes, dude, you're a fucking Bonnet gay. And I was like, dude, that is, Bonnet was like, you had some Bonnet fucking shades. You were kind of a hot shit.
What's up, boys? Your favorite ginger calling for
Nice.
FADS. I love
Hell
a good
yeah.
fat. Let's start off
Sweens.
with congrats. Well, not a fad. Is Brian Panuzzo. Congrats on St. Mike's Basketball Hall of Fame. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for all the
There
good
you go.
advice. I'm looking pretty good in the gym. Joey Boats, can't say enough about his album. Amazing. Take extra pre-workout in the gym. It's even, oh man, it just gets you going. So FADS, Pogs, Beanie
Pogs
Baby,
fire.
NFTs. Remember those in 2020? The fucking,
Oh, yeah.
let's, this is worth 1.2 million. Yeah, get fucked. Baseball cards, not all baseball cards, but most of them are worth 8 cents on eBay. Planking and dabbing, lose the DNA for all those involved. Jeremy Lin. Now, he had a decent run in New York. He's a serviceable NBA guy, but they thought he was the next Yao Ming.
1 year.
He can get fucked. Furbies can get fucked. St. Louis Rams, they won one Super Bowl by 1 yard, and the Patriots came and beat them. Not a dynasty. Definitely a fad. And in honor of July 4th, Matt Stoney, a fucking fraud fad. F-A-D, fad. Just want to make sure I spelled that right. Joey Chestnut is the greatest eater of all time. Competitive eater. Matt Stoney, fad. Beat him one time because Joey Chestnut was sick. Anyway, boys, have a happy 4th of July. It's my 10th wedding anniversary on 4th of July.
Nice.
How much
Congrats.
I fucking love America. I'm be in Denver.
Fucking
I'm
love
in
America.
Chicago. I'm put stickers all over this fucking country. I love
Let's
you,
go.
boys. Be safe.
That's
He's
his
the
day.
fucking best.
Oh, fuck you, Gentile. Bye.
One of the absolute best corgis of all time. Oh, by the way, I got to mention Gentile, and then we have one more voice, which is very important. So, 4 or 5 years ago, Gentile and I challenged each other to a golf match. I lost that golf match, okay? It was at Bellevue. I'm not going to use any excuses. Gentile beat me fair and square, okay? So that's a fact. I lost to Gentile in a golf match, right? I had to pay him, I think it was a couple $100. I've been asking for a rematch for 2 years. The other day, I'm like, let's set a fucking date, right? Now, I'm not saying you should go message his Instagram eating in my car again. You should message eating in my car again, justice for Brendan Hearn. I want a fucking date. And this kid's like, you'll get your date when I'm ready to give you a date. And I said, listen, here's the deal. I'll put this on the table right now. If he beats me in the next match, if I beat him in the next match, we'll obviously play a grudge match at some point. I want to play him at Mount Hood. That's my home course. Bellevue's his home course. If he beats me in this match, so he's beat me twice, I will put up a sign in this garage with a picture of him that says Paul Gentile
King of Melrose?
owns Brendan Ahern in golf. And it will never come down, okay? If I win that match, I want the following year to be the grudge match, which will be played at a neutral course, somewhere we both never played. And then that person will be actually crowned the champion. But I want my day in court, is what I'm saying, all right?
I think that's fair.
I'll wear a Z Cavaricci to this match if I have to. All right, that's a fact. I want my day in court. So eating in my car again is his Instagram handle. Feel free to message him and say justice for Brendan Hearn.
Yeah,
I mean, Karen Reed got a day in court. Why can't I?
Yeah, she got and she rightfully won. Thank God.
Yeah, you've become a Karen Reed freak.
I am such a fucking.
You've become a freak.
I am.
I still stayed like sane.
I want to know what all the people are doing now that I was standing in front of the
Dude,
what courthouse are they in front
on
of
the Patreon, I'll tell you the idea I have for a skit that I want to do with all of us and Al, but like it involves a lot of like legwork, kind of like not just like the line we did. I'll talk about that afterwards.
What up, PTC? It's Joey Boats calling in. I saw you
fucking
guys
go.
are doing voicemails. I think you're doing something like fads. I don't know where you came up with that idea. It might have been me, but best fad. Probably bombing innocent civilians. I mean, the U.S. used to be really good at this. That was a big deal back in the early 2000s into the late 2000s with the Bush and Obama administration. Lately, we've kind of lost our way a little bit. I think Russia's been doing a pretty good job of it. I know it's big in Israel. I know we just bombed Iran, but it was more of like a calculated bombing. I think it would have been nice if we nabbed a few kindergartners. Also, we haven't had a school shooting. School shooting fad was pretty cool. We haven't had one of those in a long time. I don't think there's enough mercury in the water. But quick shout out to the PTC. Not only you guys for ruining my album release, but also quick shout out to the PTC community. Like, I put out this album not thinking I was going to get like a giant reception. It got that. And a lot of that reception was from all the guys from the PTC community. So I've thanked everybody that's posted or shared or said nice things individually, but I'm going to take this time to say thank you to everybody else. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of the support and the reception. And I should be on soon. So we'll talk about it more then. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
All right, real quick. You can take the headphones off. I have to say this. Two things. One, so this is what happened. I should have said this earlier. Joe texts us the album, right? He's like, it's on Spotify. I immediately go to all the socials and share it everywhere. He obviously planned some big release thing.
Yeah.
That I'm the Adam Schefter of album releases. That's why I've decided. Like, I got it before anybody else has it. So that's a fact. Also, he mentioned to us privately on text that he had heard me and you talking on the Patreon. I'm like, Boats has to do an album. Now, one night Boats was on. He was in here afterwards with me. We were just talking about music and shit. And I'm like, you got to do this. You got to do this, right? So I'm not saying it's a win for Brendan Ahern again, right? It's a win for Brendan Ahern. I mean, you probably don't have a Boats album without me. Bobby C's still fat, right?
Yeah.
Boats doesn't have an album. If it's not for me and you,
Yep.
listen,
And Panuzzo doesn't have 10 extra guys.
That's right, or 4, whatever we have. I got to say this too. Share the Joey Boats album everywhere. Right?
Please do.
Because
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, like, I don't even know how promotion works anymore. Like, but that album is legitimately as good as any rap album you could hear. It's
very good.
Right? It's
very, very good.
unbelievable. And like, if like everything went the way I wanted it to go, like this show would just keep having like whatever 500, 600 listeners. Joey Boats would be famous.
Yeah.
Like that would be like fucking unbelievable. Like because that
Sign
kid's
me up.
talent level is so fucking high. Like it's like I want that. I want everybody to hear how good he is. You know what I'm saying?
He does do. We've all heard his Trump impersonation. But he does on the album, and I don't know if it's because you're just hearing it and like nonchalantly you're thinking it's Trump. It's fucking dynamite,
dude.
He's
So-
just sitting there, he's like Joey Boats, and I'm like, just it's fucking great.
So, like I said, I got a lot I want to talk to him about when he comes on about the album. I took Maggie to Encore on Thursday, and we listened to the Boats album. She's like, I want to listen to the Joey Boats album. Now, Maggie's not like a hip hop head by any stretch of the imagination. You wouldn't imagine that 40-year-old white woman, the suburbs. She was like, this album is fucking sick. She's like, it's so fucking good. Like, she was like, put this song back on the other day. She's like, put that song on. Like, so she likes it. It's like Mikey likes it. You know what I mean? Like, it's that good. There's another fad. Mikey likes it. Was that for Chex or Life cereal?
Life
cereal.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that cereal stunk, by the way. Cereal was a fad too. I feel like that's kind of gone fallen out of fashion. All right, listen. Best fads is in the books. Bobby, thank you very much for coming. We're gonna do Patreon. We'll do a quick half-hour Patreon.
Yeah.
And
We're right on, dude. 128.
We're an hour and a half.
I mean, like it's
Hour
like
and a
riding
half.
a bike at this point.
Well, Nico is like 2 hours because Nico like goes deep.
I told you that was my favorite episode.
Nico goes deep.
It was so good.
People like messaging us like this is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a great
You know what it
episode.
is? Because Nico's not afraid to show his stomach.
Yeah.
Like Nico's like, yeah, he's like, this is what's happened to me, and like,
And then
he's-
here comes Al, like, yeah, kid's a fraud.
Yeah.
Loves soft serve ice cream.
That is funny that he was like looking at me like I'm a dickhead for saying soft serve, and he's like, every time I see him eating ice cream, now he's eating soft serve.
Not only that,
and he
dude,
said he likes McFlurries.
Yeah, McFlurries. Like, they literally, it's a fucking.
Nico is a walking contradiction. You know what I mean? All right, listen. Spin the Joey Boats album. Have a fucking excellent week coming up, and then obviously we'll get one out to you, which will come out after.
It'll be after the
July.
4th. So have a great 4th.
We're gonna have to squeeze that in. That might just be me, Danny. Could be me, Danny Fitz. Could be me and Fitz. Could be fucking me by myself. Who knows? But we'll get you something out. And yeah, have a great 4th of July. Don't blow your fucking fingers off. Lighten something up at the Brockton Fair. All right, Bobby. Thank you very much.